Let's cross another Mtel question. This one says, a bar graph would be the best choice for displaying which of the following sets of data. Well, first let's consider what a bar graph looks like. So here's a simple bar graph. Typically with a bar graph, you have some categories that each bar represents, and then that goes across the x-axis. And on the y-axis, we have some numerical values where these bars are going to fall. So we're measuring basically how much each category contains, right? So let's think about the answers here and how they might pertain to that. So A says the percentage of total pieces of carry-on luggage that fall within various weight ranges for a particular airline. We probably could use a bar graph for that, but we're comparing values here. Various weight ranges and percentages are sort of odd to use a graph for. Typically percentages, you would use a pie chart, right? You would cut slices in the pie to represent the percentages, and that's how that would usually go. So I'm going to keep A in mind because I think we could use a bar graph, but it's not what I usually think of. So B, the relationship between the number of hours a group of students spend reading and their scores on standardized verbal skills tests. So again, we're comparing numbers there. There aren't really categories here. This, I think you would use a scattered plot for. So you have hours probably going across the x-axis, hours studied, and then their standardized test scores on the y-axis, and have sort of a scatter plot laid out for that. C, the number of pairs of sneakers of each of the 6 brands sold in a season by a particular sporting goods store. So this time we have categories. We have 6 different brands, and then each bar could represent the number of shoes sold. This one sounds the most like a bar chart to me because of these categories and then a number on the y-axis. And we've got D, the average weekly earnings for construction workers over the last 20 years. That sounds like a line graph probably to me, but again, we're comparing 2 different numbers. We're comparing earnings to time. So 20 years and weekly earnings are both numerical values. So the answer to this one is C because we have different categories and then numbers to represent the amount of each one of those categories.